check this out. We're definitely in the woods. Whoa. Almost tripped on a root. I'm walking on an incline about. I thought we were on the top before, but I think now we're actually officially on the top. So this is where I really want to end. I'll see you soon. Of course, I got my trusty companion Ralphie here with me. Kings Mountain. Now we're not in like the full-on mountains here. This is sort of what you'd consider like the foothills of the Carolinas, I think. Today I even brought a little lunch with me, so I don't know, sort of the idea, I guess, is I want to find a nice spot to sit and relax, someplace with a good view, and enjoy a little snack on Kings Mountain here. Because we're definitely climbing upwards. Fortunately, we've got these blue, what are they, squares or diamonds? And besides knowing what trail I'm on right now, there's one thing I know. We're definitely in the woods. My expert opinion. Besides eating my lunch in a nice, pretty spot, my other goal for the day is to inspire myself to get out to the big boy mountains and explore some of those. With all the leaves disappearing and falling off the trees, not only does it kind of, preserve the forest floor and you get to be out here amongst all the, delicious rotting leaf smells, but you also can see a lot more of how the land curves, and convenient maps all over the place here. So now my landmarks are these convenient I think those are red diamonds. These little stones right here. My sister always gives them to my son and tells him that they're magic rocks that she digs out of the ground. Well, this place is full of magic, I guess. It's not even about exploring nature. It's about just being. It's about being surrounded by all of this and just feeling so small. And I'm feeling a little too cocky when I'm starting to think that, that I'm the center of the universe. On the other end of the scale, places like this can help bring that balance back and make you realize that no, you're just a tiny part of all of this. And because you're a tiny part of all of this, it also means, you are all of this. If you know what the name of these plants are, leave the name in the comments. I know nothing about plant identification. But these green, whatever they are, should make a nice little carpet for the forest here in Kings Mountain. Whoa. Almost tripped on a root. Some fine natural forest carpeting. Shoot, boy. Almost dropped my hat. Get back here. Besides actually being here, it's the planning, you know, getting up to all of this, and then even just the car ride here is part of the experience. It's fun. It's inconveniently blocking our path. I just think it would be cool to see like a giant tree like that just snap. Like the moment that it actually snaps and comes down, you know? Why does it always seem to happen when nobody's around? The way to find your purpose in life is to understand that there is no purpose in life. That life is about, I like to think of life as crossing a stream, you know? There's little rocks that you can hop from one rock to the other, little milestones. And in my opinion, life is more about finding the next milestone. It's all about just jumping from one stone to the other. And the way that I've found is the easiest way to navigate those stones is just going with your gut, going with your feelings. Whatever feels the best, do that next. We've got green diamonds. We've got a pole here with all sorts of new trails. We've got to investigate this Ccc cut-through trail. I think I am going to take this cut-through trail because I think it's going to take me to some sort of an interesting military statue or something along those lines. Hold on, I just heard something. Nothing. So I guess now we're looking for green diamonds to guide our way. At least for a short period of time, until it cuts through back to what I think is going to be the initial, the CC3 or CCC, our trusty old orange diamond trail. I was up there, probably right there, and I was looking down on this. Guess that's how walking works, huh? You go from one place and you end up in another place. Hold on. These twins right here. I don't know. Something made me want to just stop there for a second and listen. Look at this. I guess right there is where the trail continues. Yep, I see all the green diamonds up there. If I left the part in where I was rambling earlier about finding the different milestones towards your purpose in life, this will be a nice little recap of all of that. Hey, that's my rock. Look. We've even got us a tiny little beach. And we're up and over. We're officially across the creek and back where the green diamonds point us. I'm walking on an incline about like that. I don't know, I'm looking at my tiny little screen trying to judge if I'm getting the slope of the hill here right. I think what I'm trying to say is it's harder than it looks. Climbing up these what seem like nothing hills. But I mean, it's not that hard. All right, I think I got this figured out. So we started our green diamond, the cut through trail right here. I think where we are is right here. It's hard to see, but someone even carved a little X right here. So this is where we're at. And you can see that the trail splits off into two different trails. Back on the orange diamond here. That way is better light, but also I think it's going to be, I think I want to go up this here, because this is where I really want to end. These little hammer pitchfork things, that's where I want to be. It's got to be a good place to finally get a nice view and enjoy the lunch that I brought out here, right? So forward, back on the orange diamond. Again, right there, I just feel like I saw something in the distance kind of run off. Maybe something is watching me. You ever wonder about that? Maybe my dog's going a little weird. What? What do you sense? Sense something out there, buddy? I gotta say, Kings Mountain, being up here on top of you, does kind of make you feel a bit like a king. There's few things that I've been able to find in life that quite compare to the freeing experience of taking a whiz in the woods. Yep. There you go, old girl. I thought we were on the top before, but I think now we're actually officially on the top. I don't know. These are actually turning out to be more mountainous than I thought. I mean, it's a pretty easygoing mountain, but nonetheless, we're definitely in some hills here. All of a sudden you'll be on top of a mountain or something like this, and you'll just realize that you're feeling it, that you're part of all of it all of a sudden. There's this forest carpet coming back to say hello. I guess that might mean that we're going back down in elevation. We're definitely dropping down now at this point. It's interesting how everything kind of changes at every level. when you're in the hills like this. What you smell, boy? What do you smell? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a building right down there through the trees. Another one up there. You know what it is, guys? I thought it was people hooting and hollering in the distance, but it's actually chickens. I can see them up ahead. I don't want to scare you, little chickens. What are you guys doing? Okay. So this is definitely a landmark I can see on the map. I've got these like emergency takeout spots. I guess if you get hurt out here, you know, you break your ankle or something and you're alone, I guess you can try and crawl your way to one of these emergency spots and then be able to tell, you know, someone where to rescue you. And we've even got some, you know what? We may be at our hammer icon destination. Let's see. We've got some stone structures. Not quite sure what this is. Let's see. We've got another one over there. Okay, so this is actually pretty damn interesting. I guess these stone walls here, you see one in the background? I guess these stone walls were the entrance to the camp where all of the people, how many? It doesn't say how many, but a bunch of people in the 1930s would stay at a camp here, and they were developing this park. They were building this park so that, you know, me now, 90 years later, I can enjoy this place. Well, thank you, Civilian Conservation Corps that built Kings Mountain State Park. It's pretty cool. I think there's one more landmark. I'll probably stop for lunch at the next one, but this must be that first. This must be that first landmark on the map. We've even got some picnic tables, so we can finally eat our sandwich. First, let's check these things out, and I'll tell you what they're all about, and then I can finally have my lunch. So these almost look like castle walls or something. Okay, so again, these stone pillars here, they're all that remains of the camp that those civilian conservation corps people lived in when they were creating these parks. And basically, what this sign is saying is that unemployment was running absolutely rampant in South Carolina back at the time. It was during the Great Depression in the 1930s. And part of the reason that the government created this program was to give these people that had no work something to do. So they'd come out here and they'd fight forest fires and basically just build these parks, put these together. So out of a bad thing, the Great Depression, where people had no work and nothing to do, came something amazing. Came this place that I'm at right now. Came all of these state parks that we get to enjoy to this day. So now let's go see what's inside of this actual thing here. There's a little door on the other side here. When you put your hand on something like this, on such a historic old structure like this, something that has so much meaning, it's not like, you know, electricity is running through your arm or anything, but if you listen, you can feel it. Anyways, I think we finally come to that time. Well, first let's check out what's inside of this one. I wonder what these were used for. I wonder why they had openings like this. That's a pretty cool shot. Alright. Let's get the old backpack off. First things first, got some beef sticks for my little buddy here, Ralphie, my dog. Here you go. And for me, I call this a deli taco. Basically, it's a piece of naan bread with some turkey and some cheese in it. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah. It's folded up in a little piece of little tiny mini naan. So I call it a deli taco. Fun little fact about me: I hate all condiments. Mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise. A little fun little place to enjoy a sandwich though. At the entrance to the camp that actually built this whole place. It's pretty cool. It wasn't quite the scenic, you know, overlook that I was imagining. I was imagining, you know, climbing to the top of a mountain and seeing a vast range, and that's where I would stop and have my lunch. But this is a pleasant surprise. This is different. This is you know, the meaning of this place. Just being in this spot where the people that created this park, you know, lived. I think it's a perfect spot for lunch. One more beef stick, boy. Ralph, did you lose it? I may even end the video right here. I don't know how much is going to be more up ahead. And, you know, if there was going to be a stopping place, this would be a decent one, I think. I'll see you soon. I'm definitely coming back down a hill. It looks like a creek. Smells like a creek. By golly, folks. I think we've got us a creek. It may not look like much, but I'm gonna have to do a jump here. think I can make it. All right. And if you didn't have these trail signs, you would get lost out here in a second. I do wish I could let my dog off of the leash. Especially, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal when there's no one around like this. Technically, if I want to follow the rules, your dog has to be on a 6 foot or shorter leash. Oh, there's a sign. Yeah, your dog has to be on a 6 foot or shorter leash in any state park that I've ever been to. But the other reason that I don't take my dog off the leash is because I'm not 100% confident that he won't just take off into the mountains. And I'd hate to lose my little guy. Maybe one day we'll figure it out and he can truly be free out here like I am. But for now, we stay tethered like the soul brothers that we are. Actually, I'm pretty tired now. Not so tired that I need to like lay down and have a nap on Kings Mountain. But I'm kind of at that point where I'm ready to be back in my car, relax. I thought my deli taco would give me sort of a boost of energy. Maybe it's the carbs, maybe it's the fact that I don't eat too many carbs. But it seems to have kind of made me a little sluggish, kind of slowed me down a little bit. Shouldn't be much longer now. We should be back soon. Hold on. Yeah. That chickadee's confirming it. The green forest carpet. Things like that. That's what I mean when I say that the environment's starting to get similar to how it started. If I was going to take a nap, it would be in this forest carpet. There's only one thing that's more comfortable, or that looks more comfortable than this Kings Mountain carpet. And that is forest moss. I had a big old patch of moss in my front yard at my last house. I called it the moss carpet, and man, me and my kids used to love going out and walking all over that thing, especially after it would rain and then water would squish between your toes and things like that. I think this is like a 12-mile trail that I walked today. So it blows my mind how it goes from, just walking around my old neighborhood to, that bringing me to the neighborhood I live in that has, nature trails, on the sides of it. That kind of piqued my curiosity about nature and just really gave me that admiration for spending time in nature. And now just a few months later, here I am. What's next, right? That's the most exciting part, is what's next. I'm already dreaming of visiting mountains. I want to see some waterfalls. My mother-in-law actually told me about this swamp in South Carolina, a city called Columbia, called Congregee. I think it's another state park. It is another state park. So that's really high on my list. I want to explore that swamp in Columbia, South Carolina, as well. But I'm starting to build my little list of places I want to go. That's what this stuff does. That's what nature does. It sucks you in. It sucks you into its grasps. It wiles you. It tempts you with its beauty. And it keeps showing you more and more beautiful things until before you know it, you're a slave to its calling. And you're the one that starts seeking the nature out. See that? It looks pretty old school. It's a nice shot. I wonder if that civilian corps that built this and every other state park back in the 1930s built this fence. I'm not claiming they did, but I just wonder if maybe they did. It looks kind of old. Oh, it does have one. Oh, here we are right here. I'm almost sad it's over. I kind of feel like I've caught my second wind and now I'm ready to continue exploring, and the trip's about done. Oh well. We'll save some energy for the next one. Whatever the next adventure will be, whether it be a mountain, a swamp, another state park. Remember this road when we first started this hike? There's an old cabin or something in the woods over here. I mean, I pretty much have to check this out while I'm here. This might very well be the living history farm. I had initially planned on coming down this trail. I don't know. There's so much to see. I'm glad I have a ton of battery left. Okay, well, this looks like a little slice of history. Let's see what this is. Cool little old cabin. Okay, this is a loom. Unfortunately, we can't go in here to see the loom. Is this open? No. Man, I don't even know where to go. There's so many things out here. What a little treat at the end of the hike. What is this thing? It looks like a chicken coop. It's a shame it's all locked up, but I'm gonna guess this was some sort of a chicken coop. We all know what this is. This is where they used to whiz in the woods. This one looks like it's got its door open, or at least a window inside. A little fire or something in there. I don't know how well you can see. There's some sausages hanging in there. So, to me, that says that this was some sort of a, like a meat smoker or something. Let's get a good view of it. This is where the farmer who ran this farm, I guess, would live in the home place. I want to get one shot of this from the front. Looks like you can actually stay out here on this farm. That's pretty neat. What could this be? Okay. See a little cow or something in there. Basically what this sign is saying is that instead of using sugar because it was too expensive, they would use a crop called sorghum. And it's drought resistant, so it's good for this area or something like that. I imagine they'd grow all sorts of sorghum and everything else that they needed out here in these fields. I just spotted a couple donkeys in the distance. Don't worry, let's go say hi to the donkeys. I don't know what this contraption is. Over here, we have got, dun dun dun. So this, my friends, is a cotton gin. I guess they would take all the cotton that they would grow in the fields out there, here in South Carolina, and they would create bales of them like this one. All right, I promised you a donkey. Our second. This horse having a little roll in the woods or in the leaves. It's having a good time. I think we're right here. And I think if I follow this yellow trail, then I'll officially be back where I started. So, that's what we're gonna do. 4:10. Whew. My family should actually be getting home about now. It's definitely time to get back to the car, and I've still got to drive back home. So I'm gonna put a little hop in my step now. I just want to try laying in this before I go. I'm gonna see if it's really as comfortable as it looks. I think I can actually smell the lake up here. I'm definitely getting that up. As I came over the hill, I saw the water. We're officially back at the lake. We made it. A little longer than I expected. But you know what? It turned out to be pretty dang perfect. Look at the lake. I don't know how good you can see it. I just want to walk out on this rock thing real quick. Get a nice little shot of whatever this is. But if you know what this is called, let me know. Because I have no idea. Let's go home. Oops. This way. Oh. Take the easy road. If you're ever out in Kings Mountain, I highly recommend doing that exact same path. It was nice. It's about 4:20 right now. So it took me about, I'm going to say about 4 hours to do that whole trek. And it was great. swear this is my car. I just accidentally hit the little